Today we are going to talk about all of the changes that are currently taking place at Norwegian. I am wondering if it signals a bigger shift at Norwegian. We are also going to talk about our Christmas Market River Cruise that is going to sail in 2025. I want to tell you all about it in case you've ever been dreaming of going on a Christmas market cruise. This might be the time for you to go. So let's go ahead and get started. Hi there, this is Allison with Let's Go Travel Tips. And you know what? Today is Saturday. It is December 7th of 2024, and you are going to have this video available to you on Sunday, December 8th. I am that late today. And so I wanted to start off, though, very importantly, recognizing that today is a Pearl Harbor Day. This is the day that it signaled the beginning of World War II for the United States involvement in it. And I just think it is so important for us to remember and to appreciate and never forget those who served on our behalf and their bravery and their sacrifice. And so I hope you join me in remembering this special day and I think it's a whole special weekend and a whole special time to remember everything that was given on our behalf with World War II and Pearl Harbor Day. Let's go ahead and talk about Norwegian Cruise Line. So you'll remember we've had this a few times now where Norwegian Cruise Line has made a lot of cancellations. Not too long ago, we heard that they were canceling a lot of cruises, clear from November of 25 through April of 26 on the Norwegian Dawn, the Star, and the Jewel. And today, Norwegian has announced that they are canceling more cruises. So the cruises that will be impacted are those that would have sailed from November 29th of 2025 through April 11th of 2026, which is kind of in that same time period. But it will be the Norwegian Bliss, the Norwegian Breakaway, the Norwegian Encore, and the Joy that will be affected. So the Norwegian Bliss is going to have really quickly 9 cruises canceled. The Norwegian Encore will have 7. The Joy will have 9 cruises canceled. And to me, it's a really big deal when we think of the overwhelming picture that we're seeing from Norwegian lately, and that has been canceling cruises and moving ships. So when they canceled those cruises on the Dawn, the Star, and the Jewel, they took those ships from different places. They were all over the world. None of them were cancellations on sailings out of Florida there. They took those ships and they are bringing them back to home port here in the United States. And so when you look at what they're doing, the Dawn is now going to be sailing out of Tampa during that time frame in the Caribbean. The Star is also going to be sailing in the Caribbean, and the Jewel will be sailing from November through the middle of April out of to places there in the Caribbean. She'll be sailing out of Miami, and then from the middle of April 16th through October 17th of 26, she's going to be sailing from Philadelphia. So why are all these things happening? We don't know yet what is going to happen with the ships that they had those cruises canceled today. And I'm really wondering if they have someone new, whether a new hire or someone who moved up from within the company that is now over the direction, what they want their cruise line to look like as far as itineraries go. I'm wondering if it's that because for the last several years, Norwegian has sailed to a lot of places around the world. But when you think about it, we had 2 instances that just really stick out in my mind when guests got on board to travel one time to Greenland, and they were not notified until they were on board the ship that they weren't really going to go to Greenland. Same thing with Antarctica. Guests boarded the ship, and then after it was too late really to cancel that cruise, do anything about it, they were told that they were not going to be going to Antarctica. And so looking ahead, I am wondering if Norwegian is going to want to take a lot more of that off the board, if they really want to be a cruise line that sails more predominantly from ports in the United States. So let me know what you think in the comments about that. The other thought I'd had is maybe they are looking for ports where they can save a little bit more gas. I noticed that on their itineraries for Alaska last year, they were supposed to go visit Valdez. Last minute, they took that off, had a lot of locals there very disappointed, so they could save money on fuel. They also, I noticed this year in the Mediterranean, it's really interesting to look at port times. Sometimes different cruise lines have longer port times, shorter port times historically, and this year I feel like they were shortened even more than usual on some of those Mediterranean sailings on Norwegian. The ships would still have the same number of days, just a shorter time in port means you can sail a little bit slower to get where you're going. So let me know what you think about all this. Okay, now let me tell you about our Christmas market cruise. And even if you don't want to come with us, you might want to listen, because this might put something new on your radar that you had never considered before. So I set up this river cruise like almost a year ago now, because you kind of have to be really ahead of the game when you're looking at Christmas market river cruises in Europe. Right now, if you look at a lot of the sailings for 2025, so 2024 is like here and there's a little bit of something left. Not much though. Most cruises are sold out. And then when you look at the Christmas market cruises in 2025, a lot of them are very, very booked already. And here we are not even done sailing the Christmas markets for 2024. First of all, the trip that we are going to do is going to officially go on the Alma Waterways. It's on the Alma Magna. If you don't know this, that is the mothership of Alma Waterways. They're most beautiful. It's the widest riverboat that they've got. She is spectacular. So that's what we're going to sail on. I figured if we're going to do it, we're going to do it right. And it is going to sail from Wilshofen in Germany. So think the Danube River close to Munich. That's where that is. And we are going to end in Budapest, Hungary. Alrighty, it's a 7-day cruise. It's going to set sail on December 7th through September 14th of 2025. It's really just at the heart of the Christmas market season there in Europe. And so what we are going to do is the pre-trip in Prague, 3 nights pre in Prague and 3 nights post in Budapest. If you don't want to do that, you don't have to do that. If you want to do that, you can do that. And the way they do it is if we sign up and do that, you fly into Prague, they meet you, take care of everything, get you to the riverboat, you enjoy your river cruise. And if you do the post stays in Budapest after the river cruise, they'll take you from the ship to your hotel, arrange any tours, and then you can also go off on your own, visit anything you want to visit, as well as visit the Christmas markets. So it's really a lovely way to do it, but you don't have to do those pre or post extensions, just if you want to. Let me tell you a little bit about pricing. When you look at the river boats, there are always the lower ones that have just a window. I shouldn't say just a window. It's magnificent to be there. There is no such thing as a just on any of these ships. So you've got the cabins that have a window, and then you've got the ones that go higher up that have more your French balcony, and then you end up with your fancy suites. So what I have left, and I am not doing the whole ship. Nope. The cabins, though, that are left are AAs and ABs when you're looking at that deck plan for 2 people. Okay, 2 people. This is not per person. It's for 2 guests. For the AA, it is $11,702.80, and the AB is $11,382.20. So this includes everything on the riverboat, okay? When you go on a river cruise during lunchtime, the beer, the wine, the soft drinks are all included. They are also included during happy hour. Every evening they run a happy hour. It's really fun. They'll run the happy hour, and they have the time where the cruise director comes on and talks to you about what you're doing the next day, all the special things to look forward to, some of the logistics about how things will work. And so you can also have the drinks you want then. And then during dinner time, the beer, wine, and soft drinks are also included. And Alma Waterways is known for sourcing wines from the local region that you're visiting. So that's always very nice. You're not going to have the same bottle of wine every evening at dinner. It's going to change a little bit during the course of the river cruise if that is important to you. Let's see what else to tell you. Just truly everything is included. You've got in every port there is always at least one included excursion. They've got optional ones if you want to book those. So let me tell you a little bit about what the 7 days looks like. And if you are interested at all, have questions, you're very welcome to send me an email at letsgotraveltips@gmail.com. I would have made that email address shorter if I would have realized. So make sure you spell it right. Just letsgotraveltips@gmail.com. No apostrophe in the let's, okay? And so first of all, like I said, we're going to start in Wilshofen and end up like in the Budapest. So for Wilshofen there, we get on the ship and away we go. So the next day we are going to be in Passau for a while. And this could like vary just a little bit on hours, but I wanted to give you the overview I've got right now. You go to Passau, they've got a beautiful Christmas market there. I've actually been to Passau before. It's called the City of the Three Rivers because when you look at a map, three rivers come together there. In Germany, it's really a beautiful city to visit. It's very traditional, what you think of like a small German town. Really pretty though. A lot of history to see, as well as a lot of beautiful shops already, churches to see, and then they have their Christmas markets. Then the next day we're going to be in Linz. Now Linz is the jumping off point if you want to do an excursion to go to Salzburg for the day. They've got Christmas markets. It's where the Sound of Music tour was that Gordon and I took when we went last year. So much fun. Or if you want to, you can go to Český Krumlov. We also did that when we were on our river cruise last year, which is actually in the Czech Republic. It is beautiful there. It is truly stepping back in time. So magnificent. Like, what am I going to choose? I'll have to think about that. And then you can also, if you want to just stay there in Linz, they've got Christmas markets there. When we get back from whether we go to Český Krumlov or whether we go to Salzburg, when we get back, like we were there until 11 o'clock at night when we were there. So there's time to do another like walking tour in Linz. I was struck by, I wish I would have planned more, because you get back on the riverboat and here it is, you can have dinner time, and I was wishing that I had planned ahead and planned to have dinner in Linz and then do a little bit more sightseeing. So this time I'm going to do that. I'm going to plan a little bit more and go see the Christmas markets there and eat, because I want to eat there. Then the next day we'll be going to Melk. If you have never looked up the Melk Abbey, look that up. It's spectacularly beautiful. They have a Christmas market right there next to the Abbey, and then they'll be going on to Spitz, Spitz. They've also got a beautiful Christmas market there, plus there's beautiful things to see there. Then the next day we are off to Vienna, and so Vienna, there is so much. You've got the Schönbrunn Palace, you've got the Schönbrunn Christmas market, the illuminated Vienna Christmas market. So much to see in Vienna, and as it gets closer we'll have more information, but this just gives you a really good look at things. We're going to also go to Bratislavia in it's not Czechoslovakia anymore, it's Slovakia, and that is known as, what is that called? Coronation City, and it's absolutely beautiful there. Christmas markets as well. And then we'll be going to Budapest, and in Budapest we'll be able to get off. There are so many things to see in Budapest. If you want to catch my videos when we went last spring, that will give you a good idea, but you've got both sides of the river there. You've got the Buda side and the Pest side. We saw things on both sides. The Parliament building is probably the most beautiful in the whole wide world, and they've got lots of Christmas markets there as well. And so this is just the trip in a nutshell, but if you're wondering kind of how that works, river boats are really different from cruise ships. You have your cabins in an area, and then you've got the eating area. I know some people talk about, well, they don't want to go on a Christmas market, or I should say a riverboat cruise, because you always have to eat with other people. So you have options. You can either, dinner time is usually at a set time. You can go anytime within that time. There are a lot more larger tables, and that will be fun for our group, but you know what? They also have tables for two. Sometimes when Gordon and I were on the river cruise we went on, we dined with everyone, and some evenings, a couple of times, I was just really tired and didn't feel like being sparkling so much, and so we just sat, the two of us, for dinner. They also have an option that you can eat up in the kind of lounge area, that they bring some of the dishes up there as well. And so if you want to sit up there, enjoy those views, you don't want to have to be so social, you can do that as well. We did that one evening because I wanted to see the views on the river up there. So that's what we did. So you actually have a lot of options. Like I said, they always have a time when the cruise director is going to tell you everything to expect for the next day. They'll have different entertainment on board. Sometimes they bring some local dancers and singers on board. This will be really special because it's Christmas time. Of course, St. Nick is going to come and visit. You'll be putting your shoes out in the hall to get a treat, a gift in your shoe. Alma Waterways does a lot of tradition with their Christmas market river cruises, and so that's part of why I decided that they would be the best to do it on. So just a lot to expect, a lot to look forward to with this. Let me know what your questions are. And the other thing I think it's really important to know is when the ship is in a town, and they stop, they'll let you know what time the ship is leaving, okay? So you can come and go as you want. If you don't want to do any of the tours through the cruise line, anything at all, you can do your own. You can book your own tour with Viator. You can just call an Uber or a taxi and go wherever it is that you want to go, as long as you're back by the time they say that they're going to go. So just putting that out there, to me, it really is the best of both worlds. You don't have to drive a car. You don't have to worry about where you're going to park and anything to do with that, the traffic, anything. It just brings you to the city, and in you go, and you just absolutely enjoy it, and you see beautiful views of the river as you're sailing as well. One other thing I wanted to add super fast. I know that some people talk about, shopping, our Christmas market's just a shopping trip. I don't think of them as a shopping trip. I'm not looking at this as a shopping trip. When you go, you are going to be in that city, and you will see all of the beautiful lights, all the beautiful traditions, everything that they do with their Christmas markets. But you'll also have the chance to visit other sites that you want to see, whether it's a church, whether it's the Parliament in Budapest, whatever it is that you want to see, you can take time to go see those things. The other thing I think is really important is I have noticed, I've watched lots of videos, lots of Instagram reels about Christmas market cruises, and they talk about the Glühwein, but they also say that they have a non-alcoholic like fruit drink that you can have as well that's warm if you don't drink alcohol, so that will be fun. You get to try all of the unique foods to that region, everything from, dinner things to pastries, whatever their treats are, and just, to me, I just want to be immersed in what their traditions are and the magic of being somewhere special at Christmas time. Different from where I always am. I am in a very special place for Christmas every year because I get to be home, but it's also really special to go see new places. So just wanted to add that in. And if you want to buy something, you can buy something. If you're not a shopper, it's just as magical. So like I said, if you've got questions, just let me know. And thanks for joining me today. I'll look forward to seeing you again tomorrow, and I'll be talking to you all again really soon. You all take really good care. God bless you. Love you. Bye-bye.